dear students. Welcome to my channel CAT Experts and get ready for Daily Dose series session number 3 as you can see on your screen. And the topic that we are going to discuss is the continuation of the previous topic, which is number system. Right? So, this is going to be the first question for the day. What is asked in the question? Let's understand. The remainder when this number is divided by 169 will be. So let's frame the question so that there is no need to read the question again and again. The given question is actually 12 raised to power 83 plus 14 raised to power 83 when this is divided by 169. What is the remainder? This is what we are interested in, right? If you look at the given number that is to be divided, we can see this number 12 is nearer to 13. Similarly, 14 is also nearer to 13, and the number with which I want to divide it is 169, which is nothing but 13 square. So the first clue that we can find out is that there is something in relation to number 13. Now, how I can use that link? Let's try to understand. So how many of you are aware of the binomial expansion? I will tell you that first so that you can apply the application of that concept while solving this question. So I'm talking about binomial expansion, right? It is used, for example, if it is given a plus b raised to power n. You all know a plus b square is actually a square plus 2ab plus b square, right? A plus b cube, you also know that a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. So what is actually happening and what is the trick or which concept we are using to find out the expansion of two terms is binomial expansion, right? The general formula for this expansion is given by NC0, take the maximum power of a, that is a raised to power n, into b raised to power 0. This is going to be the first term, right? Plus NC1, second term will become a raised to power n minus 1. Let me take you on another screen so that you can understand it in much better way. Right? So we will discuss the binomial expansion first, okay? A plus b raised to power n. This is actually NC0, a raised to power n, b raised to power 0. Next term will become NC1, a raised to power n minus 1, b raised to power 1. You can see the power of a goes on decreasing and power of b goes on increasing. Next term is NC2, a power n minus 2, b square. This will go on continuously till NCN, a power 0 into b power n. This is what we call the binomial expansion. If there is plus sign between the two terms, I have to consider plus sign between any two consecutive terms. Agreed? So what will be the change if it is a minus b raised to power n? Any guesses? It's very simple. First term will remain the same. NC0 a raised to power n b raised to power 0. Now, instead of plus, I will take the minus sign. The next term will become NC1 a power n minus 1 b power 1. Next term will become plus NC2 a power n minus 2 b square, and this will continue till the last term. So only thing or difference that you have to remember is if it is plus sign, all the terms will be positive. But if there is negative sign, then I will get alternate plus and minus sign. First term will be positive, then negative, positive, negative, and so on. Now something interesting for you. Let me write some formula for you. You all know a plus b square is a square plus 2ab plus b square, right? Power of a square, a raised to power 1, a raised to power 0, b raised to power 0, b raised to power 1, b raised to power 2. Perfectly working for us. Now when power is 2, how many number of terms are there? 3. Let me write a plus b cube. A plus b cube is given as a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. What is interesting thing for us? When the power is 3, how many terms are there? 4 terms are there. When the power is 2, total number of terms are 3. So can I make it generalized now? If the power is n, total number of terms in the expansion should have n plus 1 terms. So if the power is 5, number of terms are going to be 6. If the power is 10, number of terms are going to be 11. I hope that is very well understood. So the takeaway from this particular question is the concept of binomial expansion. Let's go back to our question now. Here we are. Stick. So this is the question that we want to discuss. Agreed? So let's solve it now. This 12 can be written as 13 minus 1 power 83 plus 14 can be written as 13 plus 1 power 83, and whole has to be divided by 169. Let me write that as 13 square. Now I will write some terms using binomial expansion, right? First term will become 83C0, 13 power 83, and 1 power something. There is no need to write it. This is going to be the first term. Since it is negative, the second term has to be minus as per our discussion. So minus 83C1, 13 power 82. Power of 13 should go on decreasing by 1. Next term will become 83C2, 13 power 81. Let me write the last term 83C83 and 13 power 0. Right, students? But the question is, last term will have minus sign or plus sign? Let's see. As I told you, if the power of the binomial expansion is n, it should have n plus 1 number of terms. So in our question, power is 83. Number of terms should be 84. So first term is positive, second negative, third positive, fourth negative. This will go on. So what can I say about this? I can say last term will be negative term. First positive, second negative, third positive, fourth negative. So odd number of terms will be positive, whereas even number of terms will be negative. So this is even number of term, so should be negative. So let me write previous two terms, right? Let's see. 83C, 82, 13 power 1. And one more term before this will be 83C81 13 power 2, right? So this is what I can say is going to be the binomial expansion of the first term. Very interesting. Now similar terms, exactly similar terms, I will get in this expansion. I will not write it, right? The only change, all the terms are going to be positive, right? And all these terms has to be divisible by 13 square. Now, this term contain 13 square, 13 raised to power 83. That means this number is a multiple of 13 square, has to be divisible by 13 square. This is again divisible, this is again divisible. So all the terms till this point, because all these terms contain minimum 2 power of 13. So all these terms has to be divisible by 169. So I do not want to worry about all these terms. Just ignore them. Similarly, in this part also, I will ignore all those terms. So what I am left with? Just 4 terms. Which are those 4 terms? This is first term, second term, third term with the positive sign, fourth term with the positive sign, similar to these 2 terms. Now, this is positive, this is negative. So these 2 terms will get cancelled. Since they are same, has to get cancelled. Now what I am left with? This term plus this term, that means 2 times. Let me write it for you. I am left with 2 times 83C82 13 power 1. Very interesting, right? 2 times, this is seems to be 283. So let me write it as 2 into 83C82 13 power 1, and this has to be divided by 169. That will give me the final answer. So let's solve it. How much is 83C82? It's 83, guys. 13 raised to power 1 is 13. So I'm left with 13 twos are. So 83 into 26. How much is going to be this one? Let's calculate by crisscross method. 6 threes are 18. Carry over is 1. 8 6 are 48. 48 and 6. 54 plus 1. 55. Carry over is 5. 8 twos are 16. 16 and 5 21. This is 2158. Now this number should be divided by 169 to get the final remainder. And this is a quite easy division. By dividing 2158 by 69, you will get the final remainder as 130. So this was the first question for you guys. This was actual CAT question. I discussed this question with you simply because I want to give you the concept of binomial expansion. Right? In exam pressure, it is very difficult to solve such kind of question. But to have the prior idea how to deal with it will help you to solve it very quickly. Let's move ahead to the next question if you are ready for it. Let's proceed. This is again a very interesting question. I should tell you that. So what is given? Oh my God. 22 cube plus 23 cube plus 24 cube and so on up to 88 cube. When this is divided by 110, then what is the remainder? What is they are asking? Then what is the remainder? That part is missing. So let me write it for you. Then what is the remainder? So how to solve it? My first or my suggestion to all of you, before you start to solve anything, just focus on the number with which you want to divide it. 110. Can I get 110 or the number of multiple of 110 in any manner? Yes. Just try to focus on first and last number. That seems to be very interesting, guys. 22 cube plus 88 cube. Let me write these two numbers together, right? You all know a cube plus b cube. One factor will become 22 plus 88 into, what should be the second factor? A square minus ab plus b square. A square minus ab plus b square. I'm not interested. I'm not at all interested in that term. I'm interested in this term. What is happening? 22 plus 88 is 110. So the sum of first and last term is multiple of 110. And since I want to divide it by 110, it has to be divisible. So as far as the question is concerned, this plus this has to be divisible by 110. Let's focus on second and second last term. What is happening? Can you see? One factor will be 23 plus 87. Forget about the second bracket. This is again 110. So second and second last term will again be multiple of 110, has to be divisible. So in such manner, I can say the entire number is divisible by 110. The answer has to be 0. Will that be correct? Definitely not. This is where student commit a mistake. Let's see what should be the proper way to do it. In this particular series, the middle term will be 55 cube. On my right hand side, 56 cube will be there, and left hand side, 54 cube will be there. Now 54 cube plus 56 cube will give me a factor of 110. So again, till this point, every number will have another number that will give me a multiple of 110. So remainder has to be 0. But this term 55 cube will not have any partner. So my question now reduces to 55 cube when divided by 110. What is the remainder? Student might again actually expand or to find out the cube of 55, then divide it by 110 to get the answer. I said, why? When you expand 55 cube, you will get the last digit as 5 for sure. And this number has to be divisible by 110, which consists of 1 0 at the end. So my final remainder should end in 5. How many options are there? It ends in 5. Only one. Yes, if there are two options ending with 5, I need to divide it actually by 110 to get the answer. But in this question, there is no such need. So I should say my answer is 55. I am very much confident about this. So I am taking very much questions on remainder, a very new concept for you. Practice them, apply these concepts, and if you find any question in CAT 2020, you can handle them very easily. Right, guys? So this was the daily dose for you tomorrow, for today. Thank you very much. I hope you must have enjoyed today's session. See you tomorrow with few more questions. By that time, subscribe the channel to stay updated. If you want, you can also join the Telegram channel. Thank you very much. Take care. See you tomorrow.